Hey there, cats and kittens. Welcome to Crossover Attack. I just pulled my iPad out. That's okay. Episode 14. On the eve, well, actually, not even the eve. Now we're crossed over past midnight. The Xbox Showcase is today.
For he has risen.
Yes.
On a Sunday.
We're seeing
Phil Spencer.
Seeing a lot of Phil Spencer today because he's doing the showcase, and he's going to be on Giant Bomb tonight.
Like Christ himself, he rose from his tomb.
And
gave us the games.
He brings the games. I am Eric Freshley from Freshly Streamed Games. This is Hunter Davenport from Comedy Club and
That's right.
Phantom Zone.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, we're in the thick of it now.
We are.
Keely came out and he did his thing. We'll talk about that later. We saw this morning the Future Game Show and Wholesome Direct. Future Game Show was surprisingly good. I don't know if you got a chance to see any of that.
I saw a couple trailers. Some of that looks really good.
Yeah, it is. I mean, obviously it's a step down from, if Xbox and PlayStation showcases are like A tier, Summer Games Fest is B tier. It's like C tier, but still there was stuff in there I really liked. But yeah, we're in it. And Capcom's coming up and Ubisoft's coming up. And I feel like there's other ones that I'm missing, but Annapurna's in a couple weeks. It's happening. It's E3, but it's not.
It feels like E3.
It does. Yeah, it really does. And the big one's coming. So, but let's get into what we're playing. I guess I'll start because my game's newer. Even though I feel like I don't have a ton to say about it. But Diablo IV. I've been playing it. A lot of people have been playing it. That game's blown up huge. It's already Blizzard's fastest selling game. Not best selling, of course, but like their fastest in the first couple days. And it's tough for me to find things to say about this game, but I really, really like it a lot. It is a perfect podcast game, which is, I don't think that's a dismissive thing at all.
No, I think actually that's a selling point, to be honest.
Yeah. I played an unbelievable amount of Destiny, and that's a podcast game to me. But I really like the differences in all the character classes a lot. I'm playing as a druid. Lisa is playing as a rogue, and my other friend Bear that I've been playing with is he's a sorcerer. And all the classes feel very different because they all have, similar skill trees, but then on top of that, they have kind of a meta system that is completely different from each one. Mine is a druid. I have these different animal spirits that I can pledge allegiance to, and they will give me different buffs. Lisa has these specializations. Sorcerer has a really interesting one called the enchantment system, I think? I believe it's enchantments, where you can kind of take some of their because you can only have 6 active abilities on your toolbar at a time. But for the sorcerer, you can take 2 more and put them on enchantments, and they will kind of just proc actively at random times. So, like, instead of having a fireball as your active ability, you can put it as an enchantment, and then maybe every 10 attacks, a fireball will just appear out of nowhere and shit. And that's really cool. It lets you combine the different elements of freezing guys and then lightning guys and stuff. It's a huge game. This map is ridiculously big, which is usually a turn off. And it is, I'm not out here celebrating the game because it's big. I'm celebrating the game because it's fun, but I'm going to be playing it for a long, long, long time.
Yeah.
I'll probably be, and I look forward to the calendar this year. Like, there's not a whole lot of games that are for me, so I'll probably be playing Diablo and Destiny like throughout the rest of the year.
There you go.
Which is fine by me.
I mean, that Diablo 3 had near endless content,
yeah.
So like you're going to be playing this game for a while.
Yeah, and this is getting seasons, which I don't really know. I didn't play a ton of Diablo 3, so I don't know entirely how the seasons work. And then it's also they have 2 expansions in the works already on top of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is going to be a game that's going to be in our lives for a long-ass time.
Yes, it will be.
I know you said you're planning on jumping in pretty soon. Do you know what class you're going to go with? I think you said Barbarian, didn't you?
I really like the Barbarian class. That kind of weapon switching thing is really interesting to me.
I'm a little bit envious of Barbarians. I almost wish I'd done that. But the Druid's cool, too. I'm enjoying the Druid.
I mean, all the classes look interesting. The only one I've heard is kind of like not that great is Sorcerer, but like it's still pretty interesting, like in terms of like Diablo.
Yeah. It's funny, they put out the info and the sorcerer in the first week or so is the most played class so far.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a class I would like to play too much. Well, maybe. I don't know. I mean, like you said, I like them all. Or the looks, I'm interested in them all. Maybe with the seasonal content, I will eventually play them all.
Hoping for Demon Hunter. That's the one I'm thinking about the most. Demon Hunter should be in there.
It does seem that the Rogue took a lot of Demon Hunter stuff.
I noticed that too from like the streams I've been watching. It's like there's a lot of like mix and match there.
Sure. I'd like to see the Amazon personally.
That'd be awesome too.
Or the Crusader / Paladin. I think a lot of people are open for that.
I mean, eventually they could have everyone in and just have like Smash Bros. Ultimate with Diablo.
Hell yeah. God, I feel like that was something I was going to say. There's over like 100 dungeons in this damn thing. And I'm not even like, I'm only on, we just finished Act 1 last night. I think there's 6 acts. And then, like, finishing the campaign is just kind of your starting point from what I hear. Like, that's when shit gets really crazy after
like
that. So,
end game.
Yeah. So I'm going to be going on this for a long, long time. We got a clan going if anybody's interested in that. Anybody watching is interested in that.
Join.
GWC clan. Yeah. I'm really liking it. I'm going to be playing it for a long, long time. And you are not playing a new game. You're playing an old game.
I'm playing the oldest game alive, the most boomer game of all time. I'm playing Fallout New Vegas.
Wow.
This is a perfect video game.
Wow.
Or like perfect RPG. I'll say perfect RPG. I don't know about how other people feel about me claiming perfect video game status on New Vegas, but it is the best RPG ever made, in my opinion.
Damn.
Yeah, it's that good. So, I've been doing a charisma and intelligence run. I've shot bullets, but like, I've barely killed anyone. Like, I've just talked my way through all my problems, essentially. And, yeah, it's a great game. I want to do all the expansions because I got it on, Epic Games Store, so it was free and it came with everything. Okay. So, looking forward to getting like Honest Hearts and stuff.
I was going to say, it's on Game Pass, but I don't think it has all the expansions.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, it's such a good RPG. I mean, just like, it's near perfect. The Fallout, like, I've been on a Fallout kick lately, just kind of in between waiting for FF16, because that's the next game I'm going to be playing.
Yeah.
And it's like waiting patiently, and I'm like, I just want to run through New Vegas really quick.
Now, is it the fact that we might probably are going to see Avowed here in like 12 hours? Is that why you're going back to this?
Oh, that and I've just been on a Fallout kick lately. I beat Fallout 4 like not a couple weeks ago, but like very recently, and it just kind of been the Fallout universe has kind of been like in my mind right now.
You know what? Actually, never mind. I'm going to add this to my predictions, so I'll talk about this in a second. Go ahead, but go ahead. Keep going.
But yeah, anyways, New Vegas is, Obsidian is such a, like, great RPG maker that I don't feel like people talk about enough, really.
Yeah.
Like, those guys, Pillars of Eternity, those games are great. I would love another one of those.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but Avowed is in the Pillars universe.
So it's like a spinoff, right? Or
yeah,
like that's what they're talking about. Yeah.
But you mentioned about Obsidian, like not getting enough credit, and I completely agree. They've been the way people talk about Insomniac has been PlayStation's workhorse. Obsidian has been Xbox's because they put out Pentiment, Grounded. The Outer Worlds came out after the acquisition, even though it was not published by Microsoft. And of course, they got Avowed coming up. Yeah, they're just pumping shit out, and it's all been really good.
Yeah, it's one of those studios where I look at it, I'm like, yep, they're gonna make good shit no matter what. Like I'm not playing. I haven't played Pentiment yet, but like I know if I do, I'll probably love it because it's Obsidian's Obsidian game, you know?
Right? Yeah, and that's Josh Sawyer, the director of New Vegas.
Yep, very good. It's just such a good game. Josh Sawyer is a legend. We should get him on the podcast. Please come on, Josh Sawyer.
I'll try.
So talk about New Vegas.
I hope he gets to make, I don't know, he did an interview a couple of years ago saying he wants to make an RPG about running a bicycle shop.
Yeah, I'll play that.
Because he's
Hell yeah.
he's big into biking. That seems fucking bizarre, and I would love to see that. We need more crazy stuff.
We do.
Did you ever play Wasteland 3?
No, but people tell me that I should play those games.
Yeah, you should.
And I'm just kind of just waiting for an excuse to do it.
Yeah, 3. I've only played 3, and I didn't play it all the way through. We played that because, well, one, it reminded me of XCOM, and I love XCOM. But also because it's co-op. And I really love, I mean, okay, we've talked a million times how I love co-op games, but I really love them when they do them in genres that you wouldn't expect for co-op. I really want to play the Age of Empires 2 co-op stuff, because, like, that's not a genre you expect that in. And yeah, we played Wasteland 3. And the reason I mention is, if people don't know, I think you do, but
yeah,
Wasteland or Fallout came from Wasteland.
It did, yes.
Yeah, those guys did the Wasteland series first, and they split. I might be getting the details wrong, but I think they split off from Black Isle Studios, and they didn't have the IP anymore, so they created Fallout, which is very, very similar. At least in terms of their first couple games. Now, obviously, Fallout's gone in a first-person direction. It's pretty different, but yeah, I would recommend Wasteland 3 on Game Pass. Let's go ahead and get into the Xbox predictions, I suppose. Unless, is Jeremy more New Vegas?
No, I just really wanted to say I liked it.
Yeah. How does it, you're playing PC, how does it look these days?
It actually holds up surprisingly well. There's some stuff that's rough, but it's like the character models and stuff look really good.
Yeah. Good. And you said you're playing on Epic, which I think has no mod support, so you're just playing the regular version. Yeah.
I've never really messed around with that stuff in Fallout, to be honest with you. Only in Skyrim.
That's fine. I'm just saying you're not playing with like high res textures that are fan created or anything like that. No, that's cool.
I'm just raw dogging reality here in New Vegas.
Raw dogging in New Vegas.
That's right.
Xbox predictions. By the time this gets posted, like the show will literally be in a couple hours. So I don't know, but whatever. We'll talk about them anyway, because then mostly just so we can point to it afterwards and say we were right, even though we're probably not going to be right. So I had some stuff on here, and so did you, that ended up getting leaked. Like,
yeah.
Well, we were going to talk about this in news, but hell, we'll just talk about it now. Persona 3 Reload and Persona 5 Tactica have both been leaked. Both are going to be Game Pass day one. Tactica, I think, is this year, and Reload is early next year. And Tactica is a tactics game. I didn't watch either trailer because I'm not into Persona, but that's big news, right?
It's pretty. We knew about Persona 3. I did not know about this tactics game.
I mean, I don't think anybody did. I do not think that was leaked until. Well, I mean, I don't. Like, obviously, it got leaked here, but I think this leak was the first time we heard about it.
Yeah, I had no idea. I heard something about a new Persona 5 spinoff, but I assumed that was going to be another mobile game, to be honest.
I think they're also doing that.
Yeah, probably. I mean, those do well, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If there's a way to get me into Persona, it's probably a tactics game.
Yeah.
So, especially on Game Pass, maybe I'll take a look at it. So those were on my, well, not tactics, but Reload was on my list. So, but I had to, I'm not going to predict that because we know about it. I also I had believed until Summer Game Fest that Final Fantasy VII, what's it called? Rebirth, yes. I thought that was not confirmed to be PlayStation exclusive. Now, obviously, it has been at the Keighley show. Yeah. So I had a prediction that at the Xbox show, they would reveal it to be a multi-platform game, and that Remake was going to be shadow dropped on Xbox. Now, obviously, that's not going to happen anymore either. So anyway, my point is, my big predictions, a lot of them got canceled out. So, but I still have some stuff. Mm-hmm. Starting with the Jet Set Radio reveal. That was also leaked at the same time Persona 3 was. Not this recent leak, but the leak a couple months ago. So we know it's happening. We don't know what stage along development it is. It might still be a while, but I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping it's ready to reveal. Jet Set Radio has been tied to Xbox in the past because Future was Xbox exclusive. I did not go as far as to say it'll be a Game Pass game because I'm unsure about that. That'd be great.
I don't think it will be.
Yeah, probably not. But I could see it being revealed, and I hope it gets revealed.
I mean, I will say though, the the relationship between Sega and Xbox is there now with like this Persona thing. Like it's definitely
the Persona
improving
thing,
a whole lot.
Persona thing and 2 Point Campus and 2 Point Hospital were both Game Pass day one.
I think they also was it the Aliens game or something like that, or not Aliens.
Fireteam Elite is on Game Pass, but it wasn't there on day one.
Okay,
is that even Sega? I don't know.
I thought I heard that it is because I know they had the license for a while.
Yeah, you might be totally right. I'm not sure.
But yeah, the relationship's there. I could see it coming to Game Pass at some point. I don't know about day one, but
yeah, I'm not gonna say day one. But I'm maybe 50-50 on that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to drop one?
Sure. Let's get weird.
Okay.
Let's get really weird. Let's get crazy.
Please.
I want to be trending on Twitter for this. Okay. It's not gonna happen. But
it's
Hollow Knight Silk Song.
I think it's happening.
October 20th, 2023. Same day as Spider-Man.
I was gonna say, wait, that date sounds familiar.
They're gonna go for it.
I think Silk Song's gonna be there for sure. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping that it's this year. I think it might be like a Q4 game. I think it might be November, October. Or I'm sorry, November, December, though. I meant to say. But I think it's going to be there. I think you're going to be right. Maybe not the date, but I think you're going to be right that it's going to be there. I'm going to drop... Actually, you know what? I'll say the one that you just made me write down. And I don't think this will be part of the showcase, but... There will be, in 2 days after the showcase, there's an extended showcase. They've been doing this the last couple of years. I don't know if people know. And usually what it is they get developers in from games that they showed at the actual showcase and just kind of do more of a deep dive. But there's always one or two smaller announcements there. Like when they brought back the controller, the custom controllers, the controller labs, that was at the extended showcase. When they announced Valheim, that was at the extended showcase. My prediction is we're going to see the first trailer for the Fallout TV show from Amazon at the extended showcase.
Okay. All right. I can see that.
Maybe not even trailer. I'll say teaser because I think they just finished shooting like a month ago.
Yeah. And that set is so leaky. Like,
yeah, I know.
It's very clear that it's close to finishing.
Yeah. I think maybe they just show like a shot of the Red Rocket gas station, and that's kind of about it.
And that weird picture of a ghoul smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see that. That does make a lot of sense, actually.
Aaron Greenberg was out there saying they're not going to show any TV or movie trailers at the actual showcase. That's why I'm saying extended for that one. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I don't like this new trend. I kind of hate it.
I mean, either. And then I went to see Spider-Verse, and the Gran Turismo trailer it was a longer version of the trailer was there too. That movie looks terrible.
I don't know. It could be fine.
Boy, it was.
I'm kind of like weary on these video game adaptations, to be honest with you.
Me too, but we're gonna talk about one later on that I'm more excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go ahead
now. Okay, so. I think we're going to see id Software's next game. I think they're going to be there. They're going to show off something.
It's about time. They did 2 DLCs for Doom Eternal, but that was a couple years ago now. It's about time for them to start showing things. You thinking Doom? You thinking Quake? You thinking...
Part of me thinks they're going to take a break from Doom and just do, like, maybe Quake. Quake would be cool. I would really love a Quake game.
My understanding is the last DLC for Doom Eternal really did kind of end things. I mean, that's not to say they can't ever do one again, because of course they will. But yeah, I could totally see that. And we know Phil Spencer's a big old school Quake guy. Oh, he used to play the shit out of Quake.
Yeah, so yeah, I can see it. But here's my wild prediction that I want to be canceled on Twitter for. Rage? It's going to be edgy Commander Keen reboot.
Oh no! As a shooter?
Commander Keen, it's a shooter. First person shooter. He's gonna have glory kills. He's gonna smoke a bunch of cigarettes.
Oh no!
It's gonna be great. Can't wait.
Boy. I hope it's Quake. And I'm not
I
even
do too,
I'm not
actually.
even a Quake guy, but I would like to see it come back as like gaming royalty. It should be around.
Sure. It
Uh,
should.
I'll stick with shooter since you just mentioned a shooter. I think something that I expected to see a Keeley show was not there. Surprised me because we know they have said they're going to show it off this summer. Payday 3. And I think they will make the deal to get that on Game Pass day one. Because Prime Matter's publishing it. They've done a couple games on Game Pass day one, and we know co-op games do extremely well on Game Pass. And I think that Payday has something to prove with the console audience. It's a huge deal on PC, but it's never been a big thing on console, and I think they would like to change that. I'm hoping that they make it, and it feels like in 2023 they have to. They make it full crossplay and everything because I believe the problem with console paydays in the past is that it always was like 6 months behind in updates, and so people just didn't want to deal with that. But now if it's, hey, everything's crossplay, everything's up to date, they're all the same. If you're playing that game on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, it's all the same version. So I'm gonna put that one down.
Okay, I can see that.
How about you?
Okay, I didn't. This wasn't something that I mentioned before.
Okay.
I came up with this on the spot just now.
Okay.
Because I've been thinking about it. Wasteland 4, it's happening.
I wouldn't be shocked if NXile shows a game. I don't know if it's gonna be Wasteland.
I hope it is.
I think they've said they're doing a first-person RPG similar to like what Bethesda does.
I hope it's set in the Wasteland universe.
I think it's rumored to be a new IP, but like it's rumored to be a steampunk thing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it could be. It might be too early to show it, but I wouldn't be totally shocked. They've said
I'd be down.
I should have mentioned this. Aaron Greenberg said they're not going to do any from first party. Like, third parties can do whatever they want, but from first party, they're not going to do any full CG trailers. They're going to do everything at either gameplay or at least in engine. And
that's okay.
And now in engine could mean a lot of different things. Like,
it does. Like, this is our FMV engine.
Yeah. Like, there's not a ton of difference between a CG trailer and an in-engine trailer, but I could see NXile teasing their next thing.
I hope so. I actually, like, all joking aside, I do like that studio. That is I like me not being as up to date on Wasteland, but that is a good studio that I hope makes a game.
It's a good studio, and it's a studio that, just like Compulsion Games, has really increased their staff count since getting bought by Microsoft. I think they're like a double the count that they were when they did Wasteland, I think. So they're going to really step up, I think, in more of AAA games. I'm going to say the Marcus Phoenix collection. The Gears of War Marcus Phoenix collection. I think it's time for that. Getting everything in Unreal Engine 5, probably, because that studio, the Coalition, they were supposed to do a new IP before they went on to Gears, just mostly to get their feet wet with Unreal Engine 5, because Xbox counts on them to be almost Unreal Engine support for all their other studios. They're like, Coalition has to know Unreal Engine better than anybody, and and they do. Like, Gears of War 4 or 5, is an unbelievable looking game. And so anyway, I think that would be a good way for them to get their feet wet with Unreal Engine 5, even though they already have, like, they helped with that Matrix demo thing, stuff like that. But still, I think getting all the Gears of War games on there, and especially getting them on PC, because you can only play 4, 5, and 1 on PC. I think 2 and 3 are missing. Plus Judgment if they want to do that. So I'd like to see that. Very similar to the, Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I might give those a try again if they're all in one place. It's
really a fun series, I'm telling you. I think you'd like it.
Well, if they do this, I'll give them another try.
Good.
And then if I hate it, I'm sorry, everyone.
I'll co-op it with you if you want.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I've did those. Me and Lisa went through the whole series right before 5 came out, or maybe before 4. I don't remember. It was a couple years ago. Yeah, I have such a blast with those games. And then probably next year they'll show Gear 6 for real. Do you have any more left? I got a couple small ones left, but how about you?
Hold on, let's make something
okay.
else crazy up. I'm gonna make something else crazy up.
You got something about contraband or?
No, I don't want to say anything about contraband, only because I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. I just don't know.
Oh, wait. Yeah, you mentioned another one to me before we started.
Oh, wait, what was that?
The Wu-Tang?
Oh, the Wu-Tang Clan game.
Yeah.
That's got to be there, right?
I would think so. I don't know. So there's another one that I'm about to talk about. I'll just say it now. From the Wandering Tower, which used to be known as Project Belfry from Stoic. Now, we haven't seen either one of those games, the Wu-Tang game or this Wandering Tower game, but in my head right now, I imagine them at about the same level as, like, AAA games, which they're not. I imagine them as kind of like Ori games or Cuphead games. So I don't know if they'd reveal them both. I feel like they'd go with one or the other. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe one's a AAA game, and I have no idea. But I just don't think so.
I mean, Stoke's a great studio. You know, I'd be interested if that is the case. Hey, like that'd be big for them and Xbox.
I mean, I hope they show them both. I would love to see how fucking, because I feel like the Wu-Tang rumor was about a year ago now, and I feel like a lot of people have forgotten about it. If they hit a Wu-Tang song in this trailer, I think people are gonna be
it's gonna be
so
awesome.
Confused, and like
it's a great moment. Yeah,
confused, and then hopefully that turns into excitement. Oh, that'd be fantastic. Well, I'll finish out that prediction that I just started there. We had wondered kind of this year, it seems like they got Starfield and Forza, and if there's going to be something else. We thought it might be Hellblade, and it still could be, but my prediction is that Hellblade is not this year. That's going to be early next year.
I have a feeling Hellblade's delayed, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, it never got a date, so I don't know if we can say delayed, but I think it'll be early next year, but I do think the Wandering Tower from Stoic comes this year.
Sure.
And I don't think that's a AAA game, but I think it's a cool-looking game.
Isn't that the... I think I've heard that's like be associated with Studio Ghibli kind of style thing.
Yes, yeah. I mean, not officially. Ghibli's not contributing to it.
Yeah. That's what I've always heard associated with that game.
Yes, yeah. That's the art style supposedly, and it plays like what's the name of that damn Vanillaware game? Odin Sphere.
Yeah, Odin Sphere.
Wait, is Odin Sphere the brawler, or is that the other one?
I have no idea.
Okay, well...
Odin Sphere I thought it was a tactics RPG.
Oh, okay. Then what's the brawler they made?
Vanillaware.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
Miramasa?
No, but actually, I recently put that game on my Steam Deck.
Grim Grimoire.
Dragon's Crown.
Dragon's Crown, yes, to beat him up.
Dragon's Crown, yes, that's what I'm talking about. I've heard this game plays a lot like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, and Stoic. If you don't know Stoic, by the way, they made the Banner Saga, so they make beautiful games. We'll see how it plays. I'm gonna say, like I mentioned, they revealed Valheim on the extended showcase before, and they revealed PUBG was on Xbox before anything else for any consoles. So I think like Xbox likes to take a popular PC game and move it over to there. And I'm going to say that's going to happen with V Rising. Here.
Sure.
They'll bring that over to Xbox. That also might be in the extended showcase, not the real showcase, but I'm still going to say it.
I can see it. Yeah.
And my last one, and this is more of a hope than a prediction, because it's probably not going to happen, but goddamn do I want it. The sequel to Monster Hunter World, revealed here with a teaser, and then at the Capcom showcase in a couple days gets more of a deep dive thing.
Sure.
I believe that's it for predictions. Did you have any more?
No.
All right.
# Wasteland 4 is real.
I hope so.
Me too, man.
I don't want to finish Wasteland 3. I did really like that game, but it's tough to play it in co-op because it's so long. Like, you have to fucking commit to it. Because
now that we're talking about it, I'm like going to download all those games.
You should. I think they even did a remaster of Wasteland 1 also.
There's Wasteland Remastered. I don't know about 2, though.
2's not that old. 2 was like 5 or 6 years old. So
really?
Yeah. So it shouldn't look that bad anyway. But 3, I think, is kind of a big step up. So let's get into the news. And most of it is probably a recap of Summer Game Fest.
Yay!
Yeah, so the show overall, I think you and I agree, was really damn good.
Yeah, actually, one of the best ones so far, I think,
Yeah.
honestly.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously it's not the Game Awards level, but nobody thought it would be. Yeah, I was, especially when you and I talked before the show about, hey, what from Summer Game Fest do we want to talk about? Like, there's a lot of good stuff here.
Yeah.
I thought the pace was real good. Yeah, I mean, there's always kind of the middle dips a little bit, especially when he starts getting into ads for, Samsung TVs and everything, but it wasn't that bad. There wasn't a ton of it. Yeah, I really, really liked it. Will Arnett was there. What more could you ask for?
The other thing I feel like with it is it had something for everyone. Like you had your AAA games, you had your multiplayer co-op, stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Like there
John
wasn't
Carpenter game.
Yeah,
oh,
there was John Carpenter game. Yep,
mm-hmm.
There was Party Animals. I think was also there for some reason.
Yeah, that seemed like an ad. I think they bought that spot because it was just a couple seconds long. But they gave a release date, which thank God I've been waiting on that.
Here's my question, and I mean this. I don't want to like offend anyone with this. All right, it's going to be controversial. Why should I care about Party Animals when Gang Beats exists?
I don't know the full answer to that because I don't know the details of this game, but I do know that a lot of it's been in testing a lot, and I've heard that the people who have played it really, really like it.
Okay.
That's kind of all I know, really. I do think there's more weapons than Gang Beasts. That's
okay. That's as long as there's more variety. Yeah. But when I look at this game, I'm always like, why should I care?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious where they got their inspiration from. No doubt about that. But the other reason you should care is that, hey, it's Game Pass. You already have it. So hey,
true. I don't have to pay for it. So
yeah, that's always a reason to care.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get into Mortal Kombat 1. Now we talked about the CG reveal last episode, and you were not a Mortal Kombat guy. Did this do anything for you?
No, it actually made me feel worse about this game.
No.
I'm getting some strong Legends of Chun-Li vibes from this game that I don't like. I don't like these new versions of the characters. I think they're kind of lame.
Okay.
The gore, I'm gonna be honest, I find it a bit disingenuous when around the time Mortal Kombat 11 came out. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but there are all those news stories coming about how that NetherRealm gave an employee a PTSD because they were looking at gore all the time.
Yeah, I remember that.
It seems like it's getting worse instead of better.
It does. It's weird to me because I'm not a gore guy. It usually turns me off. In Mortal Kombat, it's so outlandish that it doesn't bother me.
It's cartoony, but like I feel bad because there was all this hubbub about it.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. That was trouble. And it does feel like that story just kind of disappeared, and maybe it shouldn't. Maybe we need to do a better job of highlighting that.
Yeah, I just feel bad for them. Also, I just not in this game. However, I will say this.
Okay.
If Homelander, Omni-Man, all those guys are actually in the game, I might pick this up.
They're going to be in. I thought it looked really cool. Mortal Kombat is kind of the only fighting game I really get into. And when I say get into, mostly I just play the story mode, and that's kind of it. And every once in a while, I boot up Mortal Kombat 11 and just and don't even play it. I just play dress up with the characters. I don't know, just look at their costumes because they look so goddamn cool. That game is gorgeous, and Mortal Kombat 1 looks gorgeous too.
NetherRealm kill it with visuals all the time. They are wizards. I don't know what they're doing over there, but they are fantastic. I don't know, man. This is just not my thing.
The conversation I'm hearing from people who are more hardcore into fighting games, like Maximilian Dude and stuff, are talking about a lot of them didn't like how Mortal Kombat 11 played, and they seem much more...
It's very stiff.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what the phrase that I've heard tossed around is stiff.
Stiff and not very combo focused. And this one seems to be addressing that with the cameo characters being able to work into your combos and having a lot more air combos and air juggles and everything. People seem much more hyped on this. People who are like
Sure.
the fighting game experts. I want to know where they go with the story. It seems like some of the characters have been changed. Scorpion and Sub-Zero are now brothers, stuff like that, but not as drastic as I thought. Like, I thought there might be gender swaps. I think, Jeff Gershman jokes all the time, make Scorpion a girl, and stuff like that.
I actually would really love that if they did that.
I kind of thought that's the sort of thing they would do, and doesn't seem they are, at least for starters, although I wonder if it's going to, like, over the course of the story, drift off into crazier and crazier directions. Like, Melina now, she seems like she's not a Tarkatan, she's human, but they say she has a disease, so I guess that's going to make her into a Tarkatan? I don't know.
Are we allowed to say that on camera?
Yeah.
Is that slander?
Sorry. I apologize to the Tarkatan community. Oh, God, don't. Well, we'll get to that Call of Duty.
Let's not get a hashtag going.
We'll get to that Call of Duty dumbass in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about him.
Yeah. Prince of Persia's getting a new game. How about that? It's 2D.
I thought everyone was gaslighting me, to be honest with you, and it seems like this game's real.
It is very real, and it looks awesome, I think. It's getting... Oh, no? You're not into it?
It's not... Okay, I don't want anyone to think that I'm going to shit on this game, because I'm not. I'm going to be honest, I'm not the biggest Prince of Persia fan.
I've never played one, to be honest with you.
I played Sands of Time, and I did not like it.
Okay.
I'm just not a big fan.
But this one seems... I don't know. I think it looks awesome. I think the action looks... It reminds me a whole lot of Ori, honestly, as far as the action
that part's
goes.
cool. I think it does look like it plays really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm just like...
And this is Ubisoft Montpellier, I think, who did the 2D Rayman games. Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends.
Sure.
So that's a good sign. It's getting downvoted like hell on YouTube. I think because people...
Why?
I think because it's 2D. Honestly, I think we're...
That's stupid.
I know. I hate it. I think we're at a point now where, like, kids associate 2D with either indie or just bad. I hate that shit. People are also saying the same about, we'll jump to it now, Sonic Superstars being a $60 game. What? It's 2D. How can it be $60?
That game's probably going to be bad, but that's not...
Yeah.
That's not a knock against it being 2D.
Right. We'll go ahead and jump to Sonic Superstars. That is a 4-player 2D Sonic game. The art style in it reminds me of Sonic Generations a lot, which I like Sonic Generations.
I do too. That game's really good.
Yeah. My biggest bummer with that game though is that the co-op is not online. It's local only. I hate that shit.
That's so weird, especially now.
I know. It feels like a lot of big studios do that with their 2D games. Battletoads had no online. The new Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe has no online. I don't get it why they do this with 2D games. Drives me crazy.
I mean, for Mario, I understand because it's like, those games really work well when you're in the same room together. I played the entirety of Mario Brothers U with a friend, and that game is really good when you have multiple people playing.
Sure, but you can do both. You can have local and online.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that. So now I'm probably not gonna be able to play Sonic Superstars co-op like I wish I could.
Yeah. I'm so sad I'm not gonna be able to play Sonic Superstars.
I think well, here's the thing. It's co-developed by Sonic Team and another studio whose name I can't remember, but their track record is not good. Yeah, so,
here's the thing. I want you to think about this for a second. Sonic Team and the team behind, I think it was like Hey Pikmin or something weird.
Yeah. Aztez or Aztec?
Test. That's what I'm calling him.
Wow, okay. I think it's actually the original designer of Sonic is there, so he's getting to
Yuji Naka?
No, not him. Well, God, fuck. Another guy. I can't remember his name either. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was their show closer.
Yeah.
Go off, sir.
Okay, so I think it looks great for what it's worth, but I am unfortunately at the mercy of the internet, where the takes are bad and the night is long. people are complaining. Okay, it's 2 discs, right? People are complaining about that.
That was, I'm not complaining about it, but the fact that they put that on there like it's a tagline is
it's really funny.
Dumb as shit.
2 discs, all right? People complain about that. Elena, the lady Turk that's blonde. So in the original game, she has the same model as Tifa. And in this, she has the same model as Tifa. And people are complaining about that. I saw somebody complaining about the foliage.
Oh no, is this like Puddlegate all over again?
Yes. This game has crazy detractors everywhere, but hey.
Is that woman that you said that is this same model as Tifa, is there a storyline reason for that? Or is it just...
I don't remember. It's been so long, but she literally has the same face as Tifa.
Okay.
And in this one, she does still, too. It's really funny.
Wow. That's early next year. There you go. So for people who want that. 2 discs.
For weirdos like me who like Final Fantasy.
But it's got 2 discs.
It does.
That is such a weird thing to put
just like
on your
1997, guys.
I know. Like, they don't have to do that. Like, games now, you can update them online, and you have to have them installed anyway, so...
Yeah, it's funny, though, because I Square Enix tries to get cute with us, and every time it backfires. They can't do it. It doesn't work for them.
Yeah, and I don't think the 2-disc thing will be a big deal. It's just so silly.
It's so funny that they tried. It's just hilarious.
So, Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. This game has been shown a couple times now, and every time they've shown it, I've said, boy, I hope that campaign is co-op. And guess what? That campaign is co-op. They revealed that at opening... I keep saying opening night live. At Summer Game Fest. 3 players. Looks a whole lot like Gears without cover, essentially. And more there's melee. Which Gears doesn't have a ton of that. I am so damn excited for this. I hope it's not too long. It's not a game I want to play for 20 hours. But,
the first game was not that long, if I recall correctly.
If it's like a 10-hour thing with 2 friends, damn, sign me up. That's now jumps to one of my most anticipated games this year. And it's Saber.
I'm excited for more Warhammer stuff, man. Like,
the
more the better.
We haven't had a game in 20 minutes. It's time for a new one already.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm all for it, man.
What was I going to say? Oh, it's Saber, who's kind of on fire right now. They feel like they're making... Like, they're a much bigger studio than I think people realize. And they're owned by Embracer. They put out Sackboy. They put out World War Z, which is one of the best of, like, the Left 4 Dead resurgence games that we had in the last couple of years. World War Z is really damn good.
It is, but I've always found that use of license weird.
It's like, bizarre.
Because the book, the movie, and the game have almost nothing to do with each other.
Yes, it is absolutely bizarre, but it's a damn good game. And they're doing the John Carpenter game as well. So, like, Saber's all over the place.
That thing looked pretty cool. I'm not going to lie.
And I actually think they're also they now have been handed the KOTOR remake as well.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't put the John Carpenter game on here, but that's another Left 4 Dead-like.
It looks really cool.
It does seem more like you're in a vehicle more. But other than that, yeah, it looks exactly like Back 4 Blood. But that's cool. Back 4 Blood was disappointing at launch, but it got better over time. It's pretty good now.
Yeah, I haven't gone back to it, but like my first impression of Back 4 Blood was I would just rather play Left 4 Dead 2, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I hear you. That's not necessarily incorrect. But like I said, of the Left 4 Dead resurgence, I think World War Z and Vermintide are the standouts.
Yeah, those are the 2 ones that I'd put up high up there too.
And Deep Rock Galactic, if you count it. Deep Rock Galactic's a little bit different, but
the Evil Dead one is actually really cool too. I like that game. It's very cool.
I didn't know that was that kind of game. I thought Evil Dead was like a 4v1.
Well, it's sort of like a hybrid thing because it does have the Left 4 Dead elements, but it's like I'd say it's more like Dead by Daylight meets Left 4 Dead.
Oh,
if I had to describe it to somebody.
That's cool. Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, I would have predicted this was not going to make it out this year, but it is.
I'm surprised, honestly. But I'm happy it's coming.
2 Like a Dragon games this year.
Yeah, it's great.
this is going back to a brawler as opposed to Like a Dragon, Yakuza Like a Dragon, which was a turn-based RPG, and Like a Dragon 9. What's the next one? Is it 9?
I think it's 8. I think
8,
it's
okay.
8.
That one is also going to be turn-based RPG. So these Gaiden games, I suppose, are the brawlers, and I think Ishin is too. So they got all their bases covered. Whatever style you want.
So the new guy that's in charge of Like a Dragon games now is on record as saying, "I would make a party game if the story demanded it." I think that is the hardest thing anyone's ever said in the games industry.
Oh man, it's crazy how this series has been around forever, and then just all of a sudden, about 4 years ago or so, blew the fuck up.
There was a period where they weren't being released here in America.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the Best Friends did it, like brought it over here, essentially.
Yeah. Ishin was, if people don't know, that's a remake of a game that was not here originally.
Yes.
So yeah, that's coming. It's Kiryu again. Not Kiryu, Kiryu again. Sandland. Tell me about this one, because I was confused.
So Sandland is a Namco Bandai. I haven't seen it if they said what kind of game it is yet. I think it's an action RPG. It is based on an obscure manga that Akira Toriyama wrote, I want to say early 2000s.
Okay.
And it's based, so if you don't know, Akira Toriyama, famed creator of Dragon Ball Z, he loves drawing tanks and cars. That's like his favorite thing in the world. He just loves doing it. And now they finally gave him an excuse to make tanks and cars, and I love that for him.
Whatever makes the dude happy. Yeah, I saw tanks in there. I think I saw a mech in there at one point. Yeah, I don't know a damn thing about the source material, but it does look like it might be fun to play. I'm
excited for it. I mean, hey, I like when anything that's weird and obscure gets adapted to video games, so I'm down.
What's not obscure is the Lord of the Rings. Return to I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy. Okay, Moria. I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy. I'm sorry. This felt to me like Deep Rock Galactic in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I'm actually super interested in this because I like Lord of the Rings a whole lot, and like after Gollum, I'm just like, I want a good Lord of the Rings game out of spite, so I'm gonna try this one. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah, I think it has the elements of being good, and like, you know, I'm down to try almost anything for co-op. Lord of the Rings is a turn off for me, but co-op is a turn on, so I don't know where I'll land on this. But yeah, I don't know who's making it. Do we know?
Isn't this like a what's the name of that? It's Embracer, right? It's but they have, I don't know who's making it.
Yeah. Embracer owns. They bought the whatever the fuck, the IP, I guess, to like all the books for Lord of the Rings.
Free Range Games.
Okay, I don't know them.
They made Spelldrifter, Summon X. Oh boy, this might not be good. Oh no,
these are going over my head. I've never heard of this. Well.
Oh, they made. This is the people who made Oddworld Soulstorm.
That wasn't Oddworld Inhabitants?
Well, they were external developer on that.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like they're mostly a support studio. So, well, never mind. I take it all back. That game's gonna suck. Anyway.
Hey, no, let's not write it off. Like,
no, it'll probably be fine.
Yeah. Now we fight about Twisted Metal.
Yeah. Okay.
So this. The interesting thing about this is everybody's reaction stream seems to get taken down because of Twisted Metal footage. Mine has not been hit yet. Cross your fingers. Mine's still up. So you can see me react to it. This looks stupid, and I loved it.
It looks stupid, all right.
I can't really explain to you why. Some things just tickle you, and this just tickled me. And obviously, I love the series, right? I played Twisted Metal since the PS1 launched. It's probably my favorite PlayStation franchise, up there with Ratchet. And I don't know, man. Like, a lot of people are complaining. Well, there's a lot of people complaining about a lot of different things. Let's say, for the record. You were in the majority on this, but I'm one of the.
I don't like this. I think it's awful.
I'm one of the few people who actually like this. Almost everyone else is on your side.
Mm-hmm.
But people are saying, well, it doesn't feel like Twisted Metal. Well, Twisted Metal has felt like a lot of different things over the years.
I will say there is no real Twisted Metal feel. It's all kind of just spaghetti at the wall.
And even if there was, it has now been so long that whatever, let them do their own thing. Mm. We got to see Samoa Joe dance. That's never a bad thing.
Yeah. You could say that.
No, it's not good. I know that.
I don't think anyone can argue that this is like on par with The Last of Us.
No, and it shouldn't be, right? Like it's that kind of.
And I agree, it should not be on par with The Last of Us.
Yeah, it's not that kind of show or series.
I'm just gonna say, I don't find it very good that Twisted Metal, the first clip they show, Anthony Mackie is not in a car.
That was strange.
Like that's a little scary for me.
I wonder if the effects on that are coming in hot, maybe.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to definitely get like, all right, Anthony Mackie's your big star, mm-hmm. and Sweet Tooth is the iconic character of the franchise. So maybe they just wanted something where they have both them on screen at the same time.
I mean, like. And Will Arnett is voicing Sweet Tooth, and he could probably sell a lot of TV shows with people. Like,
yeah,
it's one of those things where I'm like, I get why you go this route, but as someone who knows the games and like is immersed in this stuff, I look at that and I go, "You're afraid to show me what you have."
I'm a little bit worried about that, but also, like I said, I don't know. It's just one of those things that like I don't need it to be good. I just need it to be fun, I guess.
Though I will say, if it is just stupid, like action figures smashing into each other, I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah,
I just don't find a thong song reference in the year of our Lord 2023 that particularly funny.
I hear you. But hey, if that doesn't float your boat, we still got the Borderlands movie coming.
I felt my entire stomach just like jump up into my chest.
I'd completely forgot about that until just this moment. When you said the thong song not being funny, I was like, oh, that kind of
God,
makes me
it's
think
gonna be
of
so
Borderlands.
bad. The thong song's gonna be in that movie too.
Oh, I can see them now trying to cut it out frantically. So that was Summer Game Fest. I mean, there was other stuff, but that's the gist of it. Mm-hmm. Elsewhere in news, Ninja Turtles DLC for Shredder's Revenge. Adds, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, Usagi Miyamoto. Miyamoto I can pronounce, but Usagi, is that the first name?
Yeah, so the character is named Usagi Yojimbo, I think? Mm. But, yeah, that's pretty cool.
He's, if people don't know, he's from a separate, is it manga or anime or something?
Comic series.
Okay, comic series. He's a samurai rabbit. Mm-hmm. But he's crossed over with Ninja Turtles in almost every Ninja Turtles cartoon they have done. So they're like no stranger to each other. As a matter of fact, I would argue the character's more famous now from being in Ninja Turtles cameos than his own thing.
And he is universally beloved in the comic book world because of his creator is Stan Sakai, who did the G.I. Joe comics that are really loved. And he's just a legend in the comic book industry. And if you've never read a Usagi Yojimbo comic, they are very good.
And the trailer said additional characters with an S, so he won't be the only one. I'm predicting Metalhead, even though he's a boss in the first game. I still think he'll be playable. Mm-hmm. And oh damn it, I forget her name, but not Venus, but in the IDW comics series, Janica, yes. If you don't know her, she's a female turtle introduced in the most recent series of the IDW series, and she's got like Wolverine claws.
Yeah, she's awesome.
They might not want to do her because it seems like that game was mostly based off the '87 cartoon, and she wasn't from there. But I could still see it. Like, who else would it be? Honestly,
I'd like. There's a bunch of IDW characters I'd like Old Hob or all those characters, but like from the TV show, I can't think of anyone really. Right.
Unless they like add villains, like make Shredder playable, which I don't really want them to do. But
I don't think that's interesting.
Yeah, I agree. It also said there's going to be new modes, but they didn't really elaborate on that. I hope it's a lot like the Streets of Rage Mr. X Nightmare mode, which was kind of a roguelike mode if people don't know, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
it's fucking really cool. Awesome. So that's coming this year supposedly.
Cool.
I'm gonna push the Call of Duty dumbass down a bit because we're having fun here. Illumination seems to be in final negotiations to do a Zelda movie. Illumination did the Mario Brothers movie. Now, I hope they're smart enough to know that, hey, you can't make Zelda goofy like that, like Mario was and like Minions are. They gotta know, right? Or at least Nintendo has to know.
I sure hope so. I really do.
I gotta grab water.
So, while you're getting water, I'm gonna talk about my greater thoughts.
I still hear you.
On Universal as a whole, as like Illumination as a whole. Mario movies for kids. That's just the way it is. Zelda has a lot more weight to it.
Yeah.
That is more of an adult kind of directed thing. I don't know if you can do it. That being said, the theme park that will come out of this will be legendary. So I'm for it if that means that there'll be a Zelda land I can go to and hang out with an Octorok.
I would. This is not something Illumination has ever done before, but I would like to see it have a Ghibli art style.
Sure.
I think that is what fits Zelda. I worry they're going to try to do the same art style as Mario Brothers movies, so that someday they can lead into the Smash Brothers movie, which I don't necessarily need. I love Smash Brothers, but I don't need it as a movie.
So who do we got voice and length, do you think?
Oh, man, I didn't
Timothy Chalamet.
Shit. Tom Holland, probably.
That would actually be hilarious if they did that.
I think they might. Why can't I click on this link? There it is. Okay.
I saw someone say something cursed about it, and I can't remember what it was, but it was something so horridly bad that I was like, it shocked me.
I think it might have been a tweet I linked you to, but I can't remember it now either.
It just the thought of Illumination having Zelda is very scary.
Yeah. Yuji Naka has pled guilty to his crimes. He's not yet been sentenced, but it could be sentenced up to 2.5 years.
That's too light for creating Sonic.
Vanpool got shut down. Vanpool, if you don't know, they did a lot of support work on the most recent Kirby's, but they're maybe most well known for being the lead developer on the Dylan series, Dylan's Rollin' Western. No,
that's so sad.
Yeah. Dylan's Rolling Western and Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers, I think is the name of it.
So I love that character. I don't care for those games very much, but I love Dylan so much. He's so cool.
I kind of feel the same way, actually. I always kind of wanted him to be in Smash Bros. And he is as an assist trophy.
He's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they got shut down, and like it reminds me of like when Alpha Dream got shut down. I kind of wish Nintendo would step in for some of these studios.
Just absorb it or do something.
Yeah.
Like, it's so sad.
It's a real bummer.
Now I'm not going to see Dylan anymore. That sucks.
No, you're not. I mean, just as an assist trophy in Smash Brothers. Twitch brought out some new rules for advertising and then immediately walked them back because everybody hated them and got
everyone was mad. I've never seen like universal agreement on Twitch before.
It was real nasty.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ. They did not think any of that through.
No. Now there's shit in there like your logo can now only be 3% of your screen size.
Oh.
You couldn't have like a rolling advertising square on your screen. There's all kinds of dumb stuff.
What is wrong with this company? I don't understand.
I know. Well, I know they're not making a lot of money at all.
Is there anyone under the age of 40 working at like the executive board of Twitch, do you think?
Mary Kish. All by herself.
All by herself. She runs Twitch.
No,
we love her for it.
I think she's a community manager, so yeah, this isn't her call.
God, I feel so bad for her.
I know. That's got to be a nightmare this week. But they did walk them back the same, like they rolled out the rules in the morning and they walked them back that night. It was very much like when Xbox tried to increase prices on Xbox Live Gold and like 8 hours later, like, never mind. Everyone's
like, no. We hate that. Don't do it.
Apple's VR AR headset is $3,500. The next story. The Switch.
Whoa.
I know.
Those are some real feel bad stories, man.
I know. That is like That's like HoloLens, honestly. Like they need to transition this into being something for
somebody
industry.
was telling me I brought this up. I don't remember what group I was saying. I was talking about how this is ridiculous, and someone was like, "Well, this is for enthusiasts." I'm like, "Are enthusiasts of Apple really paying $3,500 for VR headsets?"
Well, this guy sure isn't. They need to transition this into being for industry, just like HoloLens has become.
Yeah.
Because nobody's gonna buy that shit. The Switch version of Knights of the Old Republic 2 is no longer getting the cut content DLC.
This pisses me off so bad. I really hate this. This is so stupid.
So, if people don't know, Knights of the Old Republic 2 was kind of an unfinished game at the time, like 10 years ago, or however long it was when it came out. Fans restored a lot of the cut content in the PC version, made available for free. I have it. I haven't played it yet, but it's on my Steam Deck. And then kind of Aspire, who is the studio who has taken over these Star Wars ports, kind of embraced it, which is funny because they're an Embracer group, but and they've said like, hey, we like what they've done. This is now what quote unquote official, I guess, or whatever. And they were going to roll this into the Switch version. When KOTOR 2 came out on Switch, they promised, hey, this is going to come as DLC later. Well, now that's no longer happening. I don't know what exactly went wrong. Aspire seems to be a mess because, they had the KOTOR 1 remake, and it got taken away from them because it apparently was not going well. Which is a shame. I was rooting for them because I really like their port work. They do a great job and stuff like that.
They do pretty good job ports, but I'm going to be honest, I think they were in over their head. I think it's just they weren't ready.
I think so too. But now I don't know what the hell's going on with this cut content in KOTOR 2.
Yeah, this is so stupid. I can't believe they weren't able to pull this off. This seems like such a slam dunk, honestly.
Yeah. They did. Everybody who bought KOTOR 2 on Switch now gets to apply on their website, and they'll give you a voucher for a bunch of different Star Wars games. No, I mean, you pick one. You don't get them all, but there's a bunch of different Star Wars games on Switch, like Jedi Academy, Star Wars Racer, stuff like that. You get to pick one of those, or you can get the Steam version of KOTOR 2, which has the cut content for free. So
at least they're doing that. I do appreciate that. That is good on them.
Now let's briefly talk about what I didn't want to talk about. It's Call of Duty guy.
I fucking hate him.
I know. Nick Merckx. I've never heard of him until now. I'm not an esport guy though, so whatever. Whatever. He's not in my sphere. He has a skin in Call of Duty, based off himself, I guess, or a design. I don't know. Whatever. He's got a skin in Call of Duty that he's profiting from. He said something. I forget what it was in response to, but it was about trans issues. It's Pride Month. I think everyone knows that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Already off to a great start.
I know. And he was responding to some article and said basically it's just like, as long as they don't try to convert our kids, it's fine or whatever. Something like that. And which is obviously a complete dog whistle. Obviously, it's not based on anything that's happening in reality. Nobody's preying on your kids, whatever.
Yeah, it's not happening.
We all know this, right? I'm not educating you guys on anything you don't know.
Yeah.
It's stupid shit, said by stupid people who are trying to give a good spin on their homophobia by just saying, well, hey, I'm just defending kids, man. Who can be against that?
Yeah, you guys do a real good job defending kids, don't you?
Yeah, well, wow. So, anyway, now Call of Duty, to their credit, they've pulled out his skin. And they've also, another guy, the Tat Man?
Tim the Tat Man, yeah.
Yeah, he's apparently friends with Nick. I don't know if he shares this view with him, but whatever. At least if we grant him some credit, we can at least say he's doing it out of friendship. Either way, I think it's wrong, but he's still
stupid.
He's saying, well, pull mine out too if you're not going to have Nick in there. Whatever.
Well,
and fucking Dr. Disrespect.
I saw the I was about to bring that up, but Dr. Disrespect was more out of spite, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, well, also, he's making a Call of Duty competitor. Let's not forget that.
I think he's just looking for something to, hop onto. I think that's what happened.
He uninstalled the game live on stream.
Oh, that's great. That's the third time he's done that.
Fuck. I hate that guy.
I do too.
I know very, very, very little about that guy, but I hate him.
The thing is, I find great pleasure in these people's pain. To be honest with you.
Yep. So anyway, that's happening. Awesome. Way to go, gamers. And hey, to be fair, there's a lot of people. Of course, there's a lot of shitheads on their side, but there's a lot of people also speaking out against him.
I will say, whenever this happens, I am reminded that there are a lot of good people in the gaming sphere who are like, not this.
Yeah.
These people just happen to be louder. That's the only.
I know. I've been blocking so many people over this story. It's crazy.
I'm so glad I'm not on Twitter anymore.
Yeah, fucking every day I drift further away. Elon's been talking about maybe getting rid of the block feature. If he does, I'm out.
Why would you do that?
Because everyone's blocking him. No, everyone's blocking him, and they're blocking people who subscribe to Prime or Blue or whatever the fuck it's called. And
that's so funny.
Yeah, I know. I block every blue checkmark unless I already know them. Like even if they're not being an asshole, I'm just like, well, you're paying, and that puts you at the top of the replies, and I hate that shit. Block. Anyway. Final story. Everybody wants to Switch has been announced. Let's go!
That's right. The Elden Ring killer itself has been revealed. Finally.
I wonder how that sounded on audio. I probably broke some people's ears.
You flew out for sure.
Oh, man. Yeah, there you go. If you don't remember, this got reported feels like about a year ago now, by Imran Khan, excuse me, that apparently it was internally testing so fucking terrible that they didn't know what to do. They thought about putting it out for free with Nintendo Switch Online. They didn't do that. They're putting it out now. I think it's $30, so they're putting it out for cheap.
That's too high.
Yeah, I know. It is now sort of a battle royale style game. You play with a bunch of friends and you eliminate each other one at a time. And you can also now use your mobile device, Jackbox style, to play too. Sounds like a shit show. Granted, all those reports were a year ago. Well, I guess maybe they could have fixed it, but I doubt it.
What you just described me sounds way better than anything the original 1-2 Switch did. So, hey, could be cool, but also could be real bad. I can't wait.
It could be, and I know where I'd put my money.
I can't wait. It's gonna be so good.
It's coming out, I think the end of this month, so it's real soon here.
The Elden Ring killer has finally arrived.
Elden Ring killer, not Link to the Past. It's Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears
Whatever,
of the
Link to the Past too.
Get out of the way.
Also Link to the Past. Fuck it. Kills them all.
Yeah. This is the game of the generation, of the century.
It's got a dude with a horse head in it, so there's that.
Oh, God.
Anyway, let's get out of here so that I can post these Xbox predictions as quick as possible. Tell me what's going on your other podcasts, your multitude of them.
Fan Zone continuing as normal. We're kind of just putting out episodes when we feel like it, just because that's how we roll around there. We're just kind of casual like that. Comic Club is coming back with a new format that I'm working on right now with Frank. This show, I'm trying to make the news show. And I used to do a show for a blog called Los Haro Shoutouts, called Video Game Hour, where we had a topic and a guest. I want to bring back the topic style and kind of just talk about what we've been playing and stuff and like have fun, with video games.
That's not allowed.
Yeah,
that's not allowed.
It's not, but we're gonna do it. We're bad boys.
There's an episode title. We're bad boys.
Bad boys.
Even though you're talking about another podcast, I'm still making it our title. Yeah, that all sounds real great. I want to hear the new format. Make Frank defend Ragnarok to me.
Okay. You got it, man.
No, I'm that does sound interesting. I want to hear the new format for sure. I am on Freshley Stream Games on YouTube and Twitch-ish. Starting with Summer Game Fest, I started streaming on YouTube instead of Twitch. I want to see if more people paid attention, and they're not really. So maybe I'll go back to Twitch. I don't know.
Algorithm's brutal, man.
Yeah, I know. They both. I'm trying to I even tried. I won't go back, but I even tried Kick for a couple streams.
Oh God.
But then I didn't know about that. What's that douchebag?
Aiden Ross.
Yes, I didn't know that he was a part owner. Now I do, so I'm not going back there. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm just trying different stuff to see if I can make anything catch on anywhere. But anyway, so subscribe to both on Twitch and YouTube, Freshly Stream Games. I will be live reacting to the Xbox show tomorrow. I saw you post. Are you going to do a reaction stream to that too?
Possibly. I had some plans come up, so I might not be able to stream it. So we'll see.
Yeah. At some point, I don't know technically how to make it work where you and I can remotely react to something. I don't know.
Yeah,
But maybe
we
at
gotta
some
figure
point
that
we
out.
should. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe at some point we should make that happen.
For sure.
I don't know how to do that, but I'm sure it's. I know it's possible. People are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's that, and I will probably be streaming more Diablo soon, and there you go. So we'll see you in 2 weeks where we will talk about the Xbox show. React to. I mean, I'll be live reacting to it tomorrow, but then we'll do a podcast react to it also. And that's that. Have a good one, folks.